All right, guys, so I want to welcome you to my niche research training using Shopify. This training is going to help you find clarity when it comes to finding which niche that you want to begin working with. I know when I first began using Shopify, I had some questions as to which type of niche should I start with. Questions like, is this niche even profitable? And finding products within my niche that are going to resonate with my target audience so we can get them to buy from our Shopify store. I believe it was Grant Cardone who said, before you can sell to anyone, you have to sell yourself first. And I believe there is some truth to that. We have to sell good products. We have to understand what our audience wants and what is trending within our current niche. We have to fully immerse ourselves within the niche we are currently working with. So, this niche training applies to both print on demand and dropshipping services. So, if you don't know what those are, check out my videos on those labeled Introduction to Print on Demand and Introduction to Dropshipping. We're going to cover all the aspects on niche research. We're going to go as far as proving our niche using the Facebook Audience Insights tool. And we're going to use websites like Winello, Pinterest, and Google to understand what's trending within our niche. We're going to understand everything about our niche. We want to immerse ourselves in our niche. We're going to ask questions like, should I start a general store or should I start a niche store? We're going to find the advantages and disadvantages to both of those. And at the end of this video, the goal is to give you guys the confidence in whatever niche you want to begin working with so that you can take action as quick as possible, because it's little things like this that can get us, it can take away from getting us started selling products and taking actions. I have this little guy, this little icon I found right here. It says, what niche? And it's this guy with these arrows pointing in all these directions. And that is how I felt when I started my Shopify store. So again, the goal of this is to give you guys the confidence so you guys can take action as soon as possible. All right, guys, so this is everything we're going to cover in our niche research. So we're going to start off with the basics, things like what is a niche? Why are we even choosing a niche? Why not choose a general store and throw up a bunch of general items and target a general audience? That's definitely something you don't want to do, because with paid advertising, you're kind of running in the dark when you're promoting general products. You don't know where your buyers are living. You don't know where your audience is at. You don't know what type of things that they like. You can't understand the concept of Facebook lookalike audience. And it's hard to scale when you don't know where your audience is at. So that's why we're choosing and honing in on a very specific niche. We're going to talk about things like, what niche is right for me? Do I have to be passionate about my niche that I want to get into? The cool thing is you kind of don't. It's all about the audience. It's all about catering to what niche you want to get into, finding out which products that they want to buy, what types of things that they're interested in, catering to that. But in the beginning, it's great to start off with things that you're interested in, because you're already one step ahead. Since you're passionate about that niche, you kind of already know what your audience likes, what types of things resonate with them. So in the beginning, I want to just keep this basic. I want to make sure that the niche that we start with is something that we're mildly passionate about. So we're going to get into proving our niche within the Facebook Audience Insights tool. So we're going to go into the Facebook Audience Insights, and it does exactly what it says in the title. It gives you an insight of your target audience. It tells you their age, their demographics, their behaviors, where they're working at, how much money they make, what types of things they're interested in. It gives you that first step on identifying what your audience is all about, so you can resonate with them, you can become one with them, you can cater the best products that you know they're going to be interested in. So again, do I have to be passionate about my niche? We're going to cover that myth. Will my niche sell? Again, we're going to talk about that. We're going to immerse ourselves in our niche using all these websites: Winello, Pinterest, Instagram, Google. We're going to understand what type of products we're going to be selling. We're going to use that using a drop shipping website, and we're going to use it through a series of filters, understanding what's selling already with other Shopify stores, and we're going to kind of piggyback off of that and really get us one step ahead, so we already know what good products are selling. All right, guys, so what exactly is a niche? So to me, a niche is a specific category of an interest that relates to our buyers in such a way that they're influenced to buy products from us. Okay, this is rather than someone who's not interested in our product from the start. This is why it's important to do our niche research on our audience before we start selling products through our Shopify store. So an example of a niche can be something like golf or fishing or baseball, cats, dogs. We can target people on Facebook with specific job titles like teachers, nurses, dentists, things like that. We can target people who are interested in camping, road biking, and we can target bodybuilders and sell them bodybuilding products. So at the end of the day, guys, it's all about matching the right product with the right target audience. And this is how we're going to be able to make our sales. So I'll attach a link below to a list of just a ton of niches that I made that you can always reference to if you need it. So once we understand the types of niches that are out there, we need to understand, why are we even choosing a niche in the first place? All right, guys, so why are we even picking a niche? Why not just have one big general store and just sell a bunch of general products? So we pick a niche as a way to laser focus and really hone in on a very specific audience, okay? This is going to be a place where we can really resonate with the consumer and influence them more to buy our product. So a niche is really something that people can't find at Walmart. So, for example, say somebody is interested in dolphins. If someone were to walk into Walmart, what are the odds that the minute they walk in the door, they're going to see a dolphin necklace and a dolphin shirt and a dolphin poster, dolphin socks, anything related to dolphins? This is where Shopify and paid advertisement through Facebook gets so powerful, because we can really hone in on that specific person with that specific niche. And guys, at the end of the day, it's all about matching the right product with the right audience. And that is how we're able to make our sales. All right, so which niche is right for me? When you guys are beginning a new niche, you want to at least start off with something that you have some knowledge of, or again, something that you are mildly passionate about. Later on, you're going to eventually break off into different niches and be testing different products as you get better using Shopify and as you begin to make more money. For example, two niches that I work with are clothing for musicians and products and accessories for animal lovers, specifically dogs. Well, why did I choose that niche? Because A, I play guitar, and B, I have two dogs. So you can see right off the bat, I'm already mildly passionate about the niche, which always helps right in the beginning. So you want to pick and prove a niche where you know people are going to be excited to buy about. So you want to go on websites like Pinterest and Winello. You want to see how many repins things are getting, how many shares, how many saves things are getting in Winello. Same thing with Facebook and what's being talked about on Reddit. If you want to expand further on that, I have a video on my YouTube channel called Product Research in 2018. You might want to check that out. But I don't want you guys to get too caught up in trying to pick your niche. Just remember that there's over 7 billion people in this world. Eventually, someone somewhere is going to want to buy your product. And that, of course, is with the right targeting. So I'm going to go now over the shoulder, and we're going to talk about the Facebook Audience Insights tool, and we're going to do some niche research. All right, guys, so this is the Audience Insights tool. And again, the whole purpose of this is just to verify and really prove the niche that we want to get into. So what this tool does is exactly what it says. It gives you an insight to the target audience that you want to work with. So it basically goes in and builds out a test audience. So, for example, if I were to start over here in the interest section and I typed in the term electric guitar, okay, this is the niche that I work with. I'm going to tell you right off the bat, basically, 70% of men, are interested in electric guitar, 30% of women, that makes sense. And we're using this to meet two specific pieces of criteria when getting into a niche in the very beginning stages. The first piece of criteria is that our niche has enough targetable interests, okay, within our niche that are relevant. And the second piece of criteria is that the audience size is mildly large enough, okay? So for that first piece of criteria, you want to go over here in the page likes section, okay? So if I type in the term electric guitar and I see that a lot of these top categories, people are interested in things that have to do with guitar and musical instruments. Okay, this is so far a good niche to get into. So we can see that Sweetwater, that's a musician's website, musician's friend. That is another website that musicians buy things off of. Okay, and as I scroll down through these categories, I see a lot of things relevant, artist, that makes sense. If I go down here in the page like section, and see a lot of this stuff is relevant to electric guitar, and so that makes sense. So far, it looks like a good niche to get into. The second piece of criteria is making sure that audience size is large enough. So we can see that 4 million to 4.5 million people are actively engaging on Facebook with things relevant to electric guitar, okay? This is a good niche. And it gives us kind of a head start when we build out our advertisements and we try and understand our audience, because it's telling us that, these people are from the ages to 25 to 34, okay? A lot of these people are married. Most of them are in or have a college education. And a lot of these people work in production, audio recording, things like that. So this makes sense, okay? Again, you don't want to get too caught up in this process. We're just going in here and we're verifying, we're kind of proving that our niche, we're coming in here and saying, okay, this stuff looks pretty relevant. There's a lot of people engaging in it. These people we know they're already interested in things that have to do with music. Okay, the products that I sell them, you know, they should do well because things are relevant. We're not kind of running in the dark. Okay, we're already a head start of where these people are living and what they're like. So let's try another niche. So I'm gonna go here and X this out. Try something like chess. Okay, if I type in the term chess, we can see that 68% of these people are men. A lot of these people are in college. That to me makes sense. It being a chess niche. We go in here in the job titles. We can see a lot of people work in government type jobs, arts, entertainment, sports, and media. Okay, so far it's meeting that first piece of criteria, which was making sure a lot of this stuff is relevant. Okay, so we can see here that people are liking the page. Total nerd, weird history. These people are interested in comic books. So far, it's making sense. I mean, a lot of stuff has to do with people who are interested in chess. Okay, we can see that 1 million to 1.5 million people are actively engaging in this niche, so that's good. We want at least, no less than 100,000 people actively engaging in our niche. Okay, we want to make sure that there's at least 100,000 or more. The more the better, because we're looking at the big picture, coming in here and verifying our niche, because we don't want to go in and make our Shopify store. We make this beautiful website and we get this catalog of all these great products, and it's not going to do anything if we don't have any interested buyers. Okay, we want to go in here and just verify all of these things first. So you can go as far as you want with it. You can go in here and see how much household income these people are making, the average amount. You can go in here and when you build out your ads, you can actually select these specific demographics and these behaviors, and you can already get a jump start ahead on your ads. So again, you don't really want to overthink this. This just has to do with verifying your niche. So we come in here, we test out these audiences, we test this niche, and we make sure that things are relevant. We make sure there's enough people actively engaging. And that is the goal of basically proving our niche with the Audience Insights tool. All right, guys, so once you verified your niche, what you really want to start doing is immersing yourself in that niche. You want to, get to know your niche, get a feel for what's trending, what people like. So the first thing we're going to do is go to Pinterest.com. And actually, also, if you want to go to the Google Chrome web store and you want to use the Google Chrome browser, if you type in Pinterest, you can get this Google Chrome extension called Pinterest Sort, and it's going to help you sort things by the amount of repins. So get that. So let's go to Pinterest.com, and basically, if you go in here, say you want to get into the nursing niche, so we'll type in nursing t-shirts. Most of this that I'm going to show you is going to be about t-shirts because that's what I sell. That's how I make my living. I do a lot of things print on demand. I will show you some drop shipping stuff as well, though. So we type in nursing shirts, and the first thing you want to do before anything is go into that Pinterest Chrome extension, and you want to choose repins, and just for time's sake, I'm going to have it sort 3 pages. So what this is going to do is sort things in the amount of popularity, the amount that repins things are getting. And one little trick as well is Pinterest for desktop doesn't show the actual specific amount of repins, but for mobile and your iPhone or your Android, if you get the Pinterest app, it will show you the specific amount of repins. So anyway, we go to Pinterest sort. Let's click off of that. Type in nursing shirts. It's going to tell you right off the bat what's getting the most repins from top to bottom. So nurses do it for 12 hours straight. People are obviously interested in this shirt. Here's a flag with a nurse emblem. I will stab you. That's pretty cool. Basically, what you want to do is you want to get in touch with your graphic designer. You want to show him these things and say, hey, well, let's do a shirt like this, but let's change it up, obviously, because we don't want to do copyright infringement. However, like, look at this shirt right here, Real Men Marry Nurses. This is perfect because, like I showed you in the Audience Insights tool, we could target men on Facebook between the ages of, whatever the Audience Insights tool is telling us. We can target people who are married and specifically married to nurses, and we could target them as shirts similar to this. Okay, so you can also target nurses. I would imagine a lot of nurses would be buying this shirt for their husband as well. So You want to go in here and you just want to get a feel for things, mom, wife, nurse. And what's cool about a shirt like this is you can't go into Walmart and see this shirt, okay? Um, you don't walk into Walmart and see a nursing shirt hanging on the wall. That's why print on demand and Shopify is so powerful, because you can cater to a very specific targeted audience, to a very specific niche. Okay, this is why we don't want to get stuck on the whole general store thing. General stores are good for testing in the beginning, but once you are proving things are selling, you want to, get into that specific niche like this. So, yeah, so this is pretty cool. Let's try something else. Let's try, I don't know, chess. Sure, let's try this. I was talking about dolphins earlier. Let's try dolphin necklace. Actually, know what I'm going to do? I'm going to re-go to Pinterest.com. That Chrome extension has to kind of like refresh in order for it to work properly again. So if we go in it here, we refresh Pinterest, and we type in dolphin necklace. And let's sort by the amount of repins that it's getting. Let's do 2 pages worth. Let this load. And again, what we're doing is getting a feel for what people like. You don't want to assume what you like. You want to always assume what data is telling you people like. So use yourself for artistic input and things like that. But for the most part, you want to rely on data and facts. So right off the bat, we type in dolphin necklaces, telling us that people like this dolphin necklace. They like this gold necklace. And I talked about drop shipping. You might want to find something like this on a site called AliExpress.com. Find a necklace similar to this, and you might want to start targeting people who like jewelry and who like dolphins. And using the insights tool, you can get a taste of how old these people are, where they live, how much money they make. You can get really specific with it. So again, this is where Pinterest comes into play. You want to go in here, understand, and this is what I do for whatever niche I want to test out. I go in here and I go on websites, and I go on Reddit.com, and I read about what's trending. I read about what people are talking about, and I try and replicate something as close as I can to the number one seller, because again, this is what data is telling us that people like. So yeah, like I've seen a rose gold. This color's called rose gold. This necklace, I've seen something like this on AliExpress. So you might want to find a rose gold dolphin necklace and target people on Facebook who are interested in this niche. So, this to me is as basic as it gets. Going on Pinterest, finding things through repins, trying to replicate the winners, and finding what people like. So this is how you do. After you verify your niche, this is how you go in here and in the beginning stages of immersing yourself within your niche. All right, guys, so I want to talk a little bit more about fully immersing yourself within your niche. So one niche that I work with is dogs, but I go a little bit more specific to breeds of dogs. I like to sell things to pug lovers. So I sell a lot of things like pug shirts. And when you're making your Shopify store, you want to make sure that your store is very relevant to things that pug lovers, or whatever niche you're working with, can resonate. So sometimes I just go to Google and I look at what other stores are doing. So if I type in pug stores, so we have this Pug Life store, Doug the Pug store. Let's open that. See, Pugs Gear. Let's start with these 3. So you can already tell right off the bat they got this nice little logo here, Pug Life store. And just get a taste of what other people are doing. I mean, don't try and reinvent the wheel here. I mean, Christmas is coming, and they have this pug sweater collection. So look at this. And if these people are ranking on Google on the number 1 page, a lot of this stuff is popular, or they've already done the research. So you really want to go in and piggyback off of the research that's already been done. You can see all this, all these pug shirts, and you might want to make something like this. Look at this, like a reindeer sweater for pugs. maybe go in here and try and find this and try and drop ship something like this, or dog Christmas tree holiday sweater. Um, maybe you can make something along the lines of this. They have all these dogs and these paw prints and everything, and target them to dog lovers. So let's go to this website. So Doug the Pug, you can see right off the bat, they have a pretty relevant looking page. The pugs and the donuts, and they got this sweater right here, and I like that. Crazy pug lady, that's pretty cool. But yeah, again, just fully immersing yourself in your niche, and this is just using Google, this simple website that we all know. Just go in here and just see what everybody's doing, and even sort things by best sellers if these sites have it. Um, this is more of a general store, but yeah, I mean, you can just go in here and find things that are best sellers and things that are selling well already, um and yeah, again, you just want to get pug mugs. I mean, look at this. You could do some print on demand with this. Make something. It's something along the lines of any design, something that you like, something that you think would sell the best, something that was similar to something you found on Pinterest, and then combine those ideas of something you found on a site like this in Pinterest, and then hit up your graphic designer about that, or just go into Canva.com and make the thing yourself with some drag and drop images. So again, this is just we're just getting involved in our niche. We're becoming an authoritative figure of the niche. We're knowing what's hot. We're knowing what's trending. We're knowing what's cool. Because you don't want to rely on only what you know is what's cool. You want to rely on what other people are doing, what's selling, what's getting the best reviews. You might want to go to Amazon. I mean, look at this. I go to Amazon all the time and just check things out. You can type in, let's do pug mug. Sort by featured. And I mean, look at this. Look at all these pug mugs. Pugs make me happy. You not so much. I've actually seen this design before. This sells pretty good. But yeah, go in here and just spend a couple hours or an hour a day, just aside from building out your store and working with your designers and doing all of those types of things. Just spend an hour a day. Just get in the niche. Just start looking at things. Get your brain kind of programmed of what's cool, what sells, and go in here and read the customer reviews. It's got 83 reviews. Let's see, this one's got 45 reviews, and it sometimes doesn't hurt to go into the reviews. I've done this before, and I've read what people think about this product. If you actually go into the review section, see where it's at. You can read what people think about this. You can go in here and read the flaws about it, read what people don't like about it, and fix that and make a design that caters to the audience. Read what people like about it, so you can find out what they liked about it, so the next product that you make or that you drop ship could really resonate with these people. Like, again, just go in there and get a feel for what's trending with your niche. You can go into Google, Amazon, Pinterest. It's a great place to start. I suggest doing it at least just an hour a day, just getting involved with your niche so you can become that authoritative figure and understanding and knowing what products work the best for your audience. All right, guys, so let's recap everything we learned in our niche research. So we covered the definition of what is a niche. We covered why are we choosing a niche. And remember, we're not going to go in and make a general store and just sell a bunch of general products and just kind of be all over the place with our paid traffic and our advertisements, because you're essentially running in the dark. Because when you build an ad and you make a very specific product, you want to target a very, very, very specific audience. Because if you don't do that, Facebook, when it sends your ad out through your paid advertising, it's just going to send it to anybody if you don't focus in on a very specific honed-in audience. So that's why we're going in and we're choosing a very specific laser-focused niche. What niche is right for me? We talked about being passionate about it in the very beginning stages. I'm at the point where I do things that I'm passionate about, but on the sidelines, I'm always testing niches that I think can monetize better in the long run. So you want to start with something you're passionate about because you are going to be one step ahead. Because if you're passionate about the niche, you're also kind of a target audience member of that niche. So you kind of already have a feel for what's selling and what could do good. And if you're passionate about it, you can probably do a couple hours of research on each day, and that's even better. We talked about proving our niche using the Facebook Audience Insights tool. Remember, when I talked about those two pieces of criteria, the first piece was we want to make sure there's enough targetable interest within the niche, within the page like section. We want to make sure that the audience size is at least 100,000 people, just so we have something to work with. So as we're working with this over time, we have enough people to work with, so we can make our mistakes and we can correct our mistakes throughout that whole process. We can stay within that niche. It's your very first niche. You want to make sure it meets those two pieces of criteria. Do I have to be passionate about my niche? Yes. Yes and no. Yes is great in the beginning. It helps you get a taste, because if you're passionate about it, you're going to know what works right off the start. But later on, when you want to test things, you don't have to always be passionate about it. I work with niches that, I've sold a lot of shirts in the nursing category, but I'm not very passionate about nursing. You kind of see what I mean there? But I did immerse myself in the niche. Will my niche sell? So we talked about that by going on Pinterest, going on Amazon, just doing some Google research, seeing the best sellers, seeing what society is buying, seeing what the world's telling us. Don't try and create what you think is going to sell in your head. Try and use data and filters like bestsellers and things like that to tell you what's selling. What type of products will I sell? Same thing. You can use that Chrome extension on Pinterest. You can see what's already popular. You can use sites like Winello.com. You can go on Amazon. What type of products will I sell? And you can just go on Google and look at other stores, look at other Shopify stores, general stores, see what's already selling, get a taste of what's doing well within the niche. So as you can see, this stuff isn't really rocket science. It's more or less just drowning yourself within your niche, but making sure the niche that you choose, is going to be worth your time. So that's why we're going in there, we're proving it. And this is all what I do when I'm getting into a brand new niche. I do kind of all of these things, and I wanted to make sure that you guys, I know some of this stuff can be basic, to someone who's advanced, but I want to cover things all the way basic to someone who's ready to get products and on their Shopify store. So anyway, if you guys like this video, share, like, subscribe, comment, all that stuff, and check out all my other videos on YouTube. I do things with print on demand, drop shipping, and I'm always, trying to put out as much content as I can. So thanks for watching, and I hope you guys got something good out of this. Thanks.